Good morning, everyone. My name is Louise from Clarity Craft here in the UK. Welcome to Groovi Tuesday. Hope everybody's well. I'm just going to do my usual rambling until all of our friends find us. It's I don't know where you are in the UK or around the world. It's raining today here in England. I can hear it on the window. Something soothing about hearing rain on the window, but maybe not when you're actually out in it. It's comforting when you're inside the house, but when you've got to go out and do shopping or anything, it's probably not very nice. I don't know if anybody, it's a bit warmer this week than it was last week. It hit like some places were like -6, -10. So it's it was a lot colder last week than it is this week. It's a bit, it's nice, it's mild. So Jane's going to be in the room with you today. So if you have any questions, Jane's there to help. So I'll just wait to hear the all clear sound wise. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Sound is fine. Thank you, Jane. Okay, so today we're going to start a new project, which is it's the Bijou alphabet plate, and we're going to use the Bijou Barbara's floral alphabet, which is an A4 plate, and then we're going to use framework squares, which is an A4 square plate. We're also going to use as a frame, I've used the Nested Squares extension plate, which is the scallop version. But if you have the normal version or any frame really, it doesn't matter what size if you're going to follow along with this project. But it's just really, I mean, you don't even have to put squares in if you didn't want to, just have the floral alphabet if you wanted to, or just the techniques if you want to follow along. I mean, you've got some other groovy plates and use those as well. It's really up to you. I'm just here to keep you company and just to have a little bit of crafty fun with you. So so we've got some lovely friends in the room. It's lovely to see you all. It's it's been an eventful week so far. We had Barbara's shack yesterday at 10 a.m. and then we had Paul with the lovely new Tina's all-in-one, the lovely foiling kit, which have been really popular. So I'm glad that everybody liked those, because when I saw them, I was like, oh, they're going to be popular. Anyway, so thank you. It's I'm going to I've decided to go red with my hair instead of dark brown. I think it's gives me a little bit of warmth to the face. I think sometimes the dark brown sometimes looks a bit too stark, because I've naturally got under my dark brown, it's kind of like a mousy brown, but with ginger highlights, because my mum and my brother have red hair. So when my hair grows out, you get little gingery bits kind of floating around the side of the face. So but yeah, so it's going to be just a little fun time today. We're going to start a new project. So I always like the start of a new project. I like doing the line art and just seeing the little white lines appear. It's just makes a change from when I used to try and do the traditional way. So I thought as well, before we get stuck into starting the project, I thought I'd just show you a few samples using Barbara's Bijou Floral alphabet. And there's a really lovely book that's literally got every single one in. It's a really labour of love. It's really beautiful. So I thought I'd show you that, and then we can get cracking into the project. So let's let me bring in. I'll bring in first the main plates for what we're going to use, and then we can gather our bits. You haven't got to gather too many bits today. Just your usual black mat and plate mates and things like that. But this is a really lovely plate. It's an A4 plate. Here we are. So it's 42081. So if you are watching back at any point and you thought, oh, I'll give this project a go, then head over to the Clarity Crafts website, and that's the number that you'd need to put in up here. But isn't this a beautiful plate? I love how the letters as well, they're, you know, they're a nice decent size. So say you were going to be doing a mini make, perfect for a little mini make. So you say the person's card that you want to give it to, name starts with a a D, then you just have to put the D in there. It look really, really beautiful on the front of a card. It's like a little mini make. And then whatever technique you want to use in these flowers, whether it's colouring with pencils on the front or anything like that, then it's just little bite-sized pieces. Or even like white work on some of these, with that absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, so we're going to be doing with this one. And then as the frame on the outside, we're just going to be using just a basic frame around here. But if you've got the other nested squares, that would be absolutely fine. It doesn't matter on the size of the square around it. And then we've got the framework squares, which is an easy way of just, we're just going to use these four just to line up your project, really. And then you can choose, you know, how many squares. Say if you wanted an A5 card, you could use 6. So yeah, so that's a really nice plate to use as well for layering and things like that. So that's 40721. This plate as well also comes with this on the back, which is really, really good, because it tells you the flower that's on the plate. So you can always search on Google to see, oh, you know, I want to see what a mimosa looks like, so I can colour it in, or Quaker lady, what colours in a Quaker lady. So, or you can just use any colours and it doesn't matter. So, but it's always good to know what flower that you're dealing with. So that's with that one. So I'll show you the card that we're going to be doing today first. I know I showed this last week. So the lovely thing about this plate is this actually worked with the love, is using our gold foil, which actually looks, I don't know, maybe if it comes a bit closer. There you go, you can see it's the sheen, and it looks really, really nice and shiny, which is always good. Okay, so that's going to be what we're going to be doing today. But I thought what I'd do first is just show you some of our lovely design team projects that everybody created when this plate first came out. So let's start here. So we've got Josie Davidson created this lovely piece. So using the nested scallop plate, and then just L for have a lovely day. So it, you know, it looks really lovely. So that's like, it's quite a small card. If you wanted to just have the little circle, that's a nice little mini make on the front of a card. And then we have Glynis Whitehead. So there we go, that's lovely. Using the P for Poppy, and using some of our grid plates there as well. So that's really beautiful. And this is really lovely coloured in. This is Francis Knott. So using the inside of this, I think it's not this one, because this is a little bit, the layer is a bit smaller. It's probably the Jane's frame, which is really, really beautiful, using some of the designs on the side as well. Really gorgeous. And then we've got a lovely one here from Josie Davidson again. So this is really gorgeous, a little bit of glitter. And this is, I like this, how it's layered. You've got that little piece there, and then you've got this blank space here with just a sentiment. I really like that. It's really beautiful. And then another one using the layout plates, the Linda's layout plates. This is from Glynis Whitehead. So just using the R there, and then using the plates to do some grid work as well. So it really shows how you can create all sorts of different sizes as well, just with using either, say, one or a few, like this one here, Julie Campbell. Home is where the heart is. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. That's absolutely gorgeous. And then using, I think this is the Charles grid around the outside. I love this grid. This is beautiful. This is Karen Jackson. Now this is a lovely long card. So you've got stay happy and creative. So yeah, Shack. But no, that's really, really beautiful. And you know, we're going to be doing a bit of grid work this year. So This is really lovely. So it shows how you can extend these lovely grid plates, and as long as you've lined it up well using some of the tips and tricks, then you can create all sorts of different size cards. So those are those. I'm going to move that away and bring this lovely big book in. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's important to show, whenever I do start a new project, I really like to showcase the design team work, because I think it's there to be seen and to inspire. So when I start a new project, I don't want you just to see the project that I'm going to do, but also all of our lovely design team work who've worked so hard to create these lovely samples. So this is the Book of Flowers, using some of the design papers in the background. So it's really lovely on craft card as well, just using pastel colours. So, and I'm guessing with these flowers, this is what they represent. So if you look up different flowers, they give you, you know, like a rose, it represents love and like that. So, you know, allium is for patience and prosperity. Bougainvillea is for spiritual connection. So that sort of thing. But I love this. This is just like, these are perfect little mini makes as well. You know, you just say you've got little tiny birthday cards for, you know, friends, and you haven't got a lot of time. This is perfect, you know. Cornflower, daisy. I love the yellow. That's so beautiful. The colour really looks lovely in person. It's really beautiful. Edelweiss and fuchsia. I love fuchsias. In the garden, I always love to have lupins and fuchsias and roses. Beautiful. Gladiolus and honeysuckle. Oh, this was made by Carol Baker, by the way. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, so beautiful. Iris japonica. Lily of the Valley. I'm going to scrip over that one. I don't know if that's, yeah. Means good fortune anyway. Mimosa, narcissus. Orchid and poppy. Quaker lady and rose. Sweet pea and tulip. Acinia and violet. Wisteria and xeranthemum. And yarrow and Zenobia. It reminds me of Princess Diaries. It sounds like Zenobia. That's beautiful. Oh, and then we're going into the numbers. Oh, this is lovely. So we also have a Bijou Floral number plate as well. So if you have a look at the website, they also come out in numbers as well. So if you've got a 30th birthday or anything, at least you've got the little Bijou numbers too. This is lovely. It's like the ivy on there as well. But it goes 1, 2. They're really lovely as well. 3 and 4. That's lovely, because also the really lovely thing about this plate is that if you don't want the letters, then, for example, if you wanted these to use in the background, I'll come in a little bit closer. See, I could use those as background. So take away the 3, you've got some really lovely background to put in a card. Or if you just wanted the lilies, all I would do, so you've got the stem of the lily there, and you've got the leaves here. You'll have a little break in the lines coming down here, but you can always come back over and follow it along with just like a straight line or something like that, or just fill in the gaps. But really gorgeous. 5 and 6, 7 and 8. This is a gorgeous flower as well. I love that, how that's been coloured. And then 9. There we go. Beautiful. So that's really wonderful creation by Carol Baker. So I think they're all worth having a little peruse, and it's lovely to get a little bit of inspiration as well. So yeah, so that's that one. So yeah, it's lovely to see samples. Let's come back to the one that we're doing today. So once we've done all of that, we've got a little bit of white work that we can do. Then we're going to use the Dorso crayons to just create like a muted different colours in the background. So I've put a little bit of yellow, bit of pink, bit of blue. Just spread it with tissue, but we'll go over that nearer the time. But yeah, we've got the wing tool around the outside, and you don't have to do this freehand. You can find little, you can leave it blank if you wanted to, but I've just used freehand, just little swirls and everything. But there must be lots of different, I mean, even if you wanted to use the Bijou plate here, there's a lovely, the sweet pea here. Let me move that one out of the way a minute. Got little swirls here. Let me come in a bit closer. So you could use these if you wanted to. You know, there's lots of little swirls here and there. So, or if you wanted to put, there's a little swirl here. So we might actually use the plate, I think. Instead of doing it freehand this time, I'll use some of the little swirls that I found on the plate. Or even if you wanted to put little flowers in the background, put, you know, little flowers here and there maybe. So we'll have a bit of fun with that anyway. So yeah, I think we'll use the plate for the little swirls instead of doing it freehand. Then I've just done little dots in here for a bit of interest and everything. But yeah, that's what we're heading to do today. So yeah, which is absolutely gorgeous plate. So what I'm going to do first is move that to the side. I'm going to come out a little bit and then come on to the front while I arrange everything. So I hope everybody's doing well today. I'm going to use this plate first, and I'm going to bring in my big A3 black mat because I need a little bit of space. There we go. So we do have an extension plate mate on our website. So it comes in, let me show you on here. So it comes up in parts like this, and then you can just use our sticker tabs to just join together. And then when we get to our floral alphabet plate, which is an A4 plate, you just need these, and this will extend the plate into an A4, and it's perfect for, say you have an actual A4 bit of paper, a parchment rather. You know, if you've just got this and then you've got your A4 parchment on top, apart from sticking the sticker tabs around and looping them around, there's not much to hold on to, which is why we created this. So this is just using, and then our framework squares just fits nicely into it like that. So I'm going to bring in my bit of A4 parchment, just like this, and I'm going to put these 4 squares right in the middle. Nice and simple. So I'm going to use my tumble dry sheet, and I'm going to, before we start, I'm just going to use my tumble dry sheet both sides. It's a good habit to get into, I think. Before I start any project, I just use tumble dry sheet both sides. Then you know it's all done. And even like the stages, if I get into embossing or perforating, I sometimes will go back over and use my tumble dry sheet. Can never use it too many times, so it's always good for the parchment to allow the embossing tool to go over. There we go. So just right in the middle. So there we go. That's all stuck down. So let me bring in my Groovi guard, and I'm just doing the 2 outside lines. So just use that. That's better. I'm just using my number 2 first. And while I'm holding the Groovi guard down, I'm just doing the lines that I can see, like that. Then I'm just going to go over with my number 1. You can go straight in with your number 1 if you like. I just have always done it this way. just personal preference really. There we go. So now I'm just going to go so just the two outside lines. There we go. So I'm just, then I don't have to keep on manoeuvring my groovy guard too many times. So we're just working our way around the lines that you can see. So how is everyone? Hope everybody had a lovely weekend. It's I had a nice weekend. It was a nice and chill one this weekend. I went to see my dad, my stepmom. It was just a nice chill weekend. We didn't do too much. It was like lots of little bits that needed to be done because they're going on holiday to Thailand soon. So they're preparing. I would like to go to Thailand one day. Thailand or Japan. I do love the Japanese culture, but I've never been to Thailand. Been to Fiji. That was lovely. Fiji was lovely. We had to do a stopover in LA. We spent a couple of days in LA. This was back when I was 15 though, it was a long time ago. Then we went down to the mainland and Fiji. Then we went to a really beautiful island called Malolo Island. Really beautiful. We had a little chalet on the beach. Really gorgeous. So once in a lifetime kind of holiday. It was absolutely brilliant. There we go. So I've done my framework squares. There we go. And then I'm going to come in with my nested scallop extension plate. And then I'm just going to do the frame. So nice and simple. There we go. And I'm just going to line it up so that I've got, let me come in a little bit. Here we go. Move that up a bit. Just so that you know that you've got an even, keep on moving it so that you've got an even distance between all of the squares. It just takes a little bit of time just to maneuver. Just doing it by eye. There we go. I'm going to grab my, oh, now everything's moved. Lovely, thank you. That's what comes with sticking your sticker tabs on your plates. There we go. And I'm going to use the, what have I used there? I think I've used this one. I'm going to use the outside frame. Oops. There we go. So I've used this one. I'll show you when the parchment's off, it's easier to see. So I've just lined it up and I've used the outside line of this frame here. But if you wanted to have a bit more space, you could use one of these lines. It doesn't matter. Just see how much space you wanted between your parchment. Okay. So we've got lots of, we've got a little bit of space in between where we can put our swirls and everything. So just nice and easy on that one. So now we've got that part. That's the A4 squares. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to take the sticker tabs off of that part there. We don't need this anymore, so I'm just going to bring in my plate here. So as you can see, well, now you can see, this is the frame itself. I'm just trying to grab some sticker tabs. So as you can see, you've got the little space here where we need our little extenders. So it just sticks in like a little puzzle jigsaw, like so. And then you come in with your little groovy sticker tabs and just stick all 4 sections together. So this is why my groovy tabs are on here, all ready for my little, oh, there we go. Now it's all secure and you can just bring in your parchment. So this is perfect because if I had an A4 bit of parchment, you know, say it was A4, then you've got nothing on this plate, you'd have to loop them round. So this is why this plate is so useful. Okay, so now I'm going to find the L. Now on my card I've done love, but you could do hope, you know, anything that you want. You could do a name, so say someone's got a 4-letter name like Paul, you could do Paul, Jane, Mary. Just looking at our lovely members, friends, and see who's got a 4-letter. Or you could do like we were doing earlier. You could do 6 and do on an A4 card. So that means I could do Louise. But we're going to do love today. So I'm going to start with L. So obviously when we're looking at this, to save any kind of, I mean, obviously a lot of our friends would know, but for example, if you can get carried away, and what might happen is you might put when you turn it over, you might put the L and the O around the wrong way. So you want to make sure. So for example, I'm just going to put L, O, V, E like that. And you know when you turn over which one needs to be where. So we want the L over here. Otherwise, if you get carried away and you put the L over E, then you're going to turn it over and it's going to go Oli, Ev. We don't want that. Well, unless your name is Oliev, then you could. But yeah, so I've done my little LOVE. Okay, so we're going to put the L there, which means we're going to put the L there. It's not going to get carried away. Louise got to find the L. There we go. So if I was at home, actually I could do, let's do it this way. There we go. I was going to say if I was at home, it makes sense for everybody to see then as well. There we go. So if I lined it up like that, and let me bring it in a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to put my L here. And what you'll notice on here as well is, I believe, yes I have, I've added a little bit more to space out the square. So say you've only got 2 of these sprigs here, but I've added them over a few different places just to make it seem bigger, because once you put the L in here, there seems to be a lot of space around it. So you can add to the letters as well. So we'll see as we go along. But there you go. So I'm just going to line it up and then bring in my groovy sticker tabs. Ooh, there we go. Just want it evenly spaced. Then we can stick our parchment down. Okay, so I'm going to come in. So on the L, I have created these. I've put some white work in these, so I'm going to use just my number 2. Let me bring it in a little bit more here. There we go. So I'm going to use my number 2, and I'm not going to come back in with my number 1 after that, because it's going to have white work in it. So you want it to not be as sharp a line as when you do the stems and bits and pieces. So I'm just going to come in and do all of the little flowers first. And also the little sprigs on the leaf, the little sprigs here, they're going to be using the number 2 as well. So you could do everything with a number 2 that you know that you want a number 2 in. Here we go. So just all over. So I was just, I had my little message on my phone as normal about what National Day it is today. So apparently it's National Sticker Day, which is cool because I like stickers. So that's nice. I mean, that's like all sorts of different stickers to go in, you know, the little pictures that kids have. But we actually have sticker books, don't we, with our words. There's all sorts on the websites as well. There's like Barb's word stickers. Then you've even got those larger stickers. So yeah, I thought that was nice to mention because we have the Christmas. We've got all sorts of different stickers for any occasion. So, and I thought, well, that's cool because it's World Sticker Day today. I have most of the stickers at home. I just find they're very useful. If you haven't got time to put a little sentiment on, then you've got those stickers and you can just put the little word stickers. And I also use them a lot for my journaling as well. So I do a little bit of journaling, and I use those as little stickers to put in my journal, because some of them are really, really lovely, you know, like gratitude and hope and all sorts of different ones, as well as, you know, you've got the happy birthdays and the Christmas and all sorts of those on the website as well. So I thought that was quite good. Oh, congratulations, Paula. Paula's a newbie and she's just started her Groovi journey. Well, it is a really, really beautiful craft, and I think you'll really enjoy it. I mean, we have, I don't know if you know, we have Groovi Worldwide and Clarity Worldwide. Clarity Crafts Make and Take. Clarity, no, hold on. Oh my gosh, my brain's gone. Clarity Mini Makes and ATCs. There we go. All of those are our Facebook group. So if you have any questions or you just want a community, we've got some really lovely friends on there who are absolutely wonderful. We also have a lot of YouTube videos. So as you're starting to learn, I would recommend you go to the very first YouTube Groovi Tuesday, and that starts with Paul unboxing the starter kit and using the plates that are in the starter kit in a project, and that really starts from the very beginning. So definitely go back and have a look at the many hours of tutorials. There's jam-packed. We like to educate on this YouTube channel, and it's really a really beautiful craft. I really think you will love it, and it's very addictive as well. As I know a lot of our friends on here will agree, it is completely addictive. It's just, I think we have a lot of are friends that enjoy doing both stamping projects and Groovi, which is really lovely. And can be either, you can mix and match with both styles of crafting together. But yeah, there's many hours of experience and tutorials and learning. So welcome. I can see that everybody is welcoming you on the chat as well, which is lovely. We do have a really lovely bunch of friends on here. There we go. So there's my L. So what I've just done then is I've just where I think there's some space. So for example, I'm going to put a little sprig on here. So I think I'm just moving it around here. Oh, there we go. I've put it on the top of the L. So just, you can see how you want to. You don't have to. I'm just doing this because I just wanted to, you know, make the. Here we go. Just wanted to make the space a little bit covered with. I didn't want there to be so much empty space. I wanted to use a little bit of space and to. So that's what I'm doing here. So just using the. There we go. Let me show you the front so far. There we go. So this is how far we've got so far. But as you can see here, I've also added a little bit of a sprig because there's a lot of empty space over here compared to up here and over here. So I just wanted to kind of make it even a little bit more. So there's different things going off in different spaces. And as you can see, I've put some more Lily of the Valley here. So I'm going to put some more there. And then I'm going to put another little sprig here as well. That's where we're working on. So you can see it's really, and it's really lovely that it embossed. So it's, you can really, for Paula, this is for, you can see how creates that really sharp edge on the front, you see, just by using the Groovi plates and using your tool and embossing the parchment into the groove. It's absolutely brilliant. So let's, where's my L gone? Here we are. So I'm going to use another sprig. So I've got the little sprig here, which came from underneath, which we're going to do like so. There we go. I'm just going to use stick taps. We can use our Groovi guard just to hold it in place. There we go. But you can have fun with this a little bit now. You can keep the empty space and maybe do a little bit of tool work here and there in there. Or you can do what I'm doing and just fill up the space a bit more. Or you could leave it empty. That's the lovely thing about Groovi, is you can choose what you want to add. So we've done our little sprig there, which I'll just see, so that kind of fills up this space a little bit so it doesn't seem so empty there. And then I'm going to put in a little bit more of the Lily of the Valley in here. There we go. So just a little bit. Maybe about there, I think. So just adding that one in there. So we've got the line there. Okay, so we did World Sticker Day. So next one is French Bulldog Day. think they're so cute. I love French bulldogs. I think they're so cute. Yeah, love my little. My dad's got and stepmom's got a dog. It's a little dachshund. So cute. Absolutely loves this ball. He's addicted to this tennis ball. He goes up to as soon as you come in, he turns from, you can hear him barking on the way, and then all of a sudden the barking, as soon as he sees you, turns into a, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're here. I've been looking forward to seeing you for ages. It's like a little whine. It's so cute. And then as soon as he's gone, right, okay, yeah, I've seen you now. So then he takes you over to the bookshelf and he's like, ball? Can you see that ball up there? Throw it for me. He's like, yeah, I've seen you. Now throw the ball. He's a funny little boy. But yeah, dogs are lovely. Our cats are really funny and cute as well. My cats is actually, they're addicted to a different kind of ball. They've got a electronic ball that lights up. It's got a little tail. So you switch it on and it does its own thing. It goes across the floor. It goes one way, then it goes the other, and then it kind of jumps around. So it kind of mimics maybe like a mouse or something. But it goes from here to there and everything, and they're just fixed with this ball. So much so that my cat literally, because I keep the ball in my room because I shut the door when I leave, they'll be going up to up to my bedroom door, and they're like meowing, and there's a special meow that they do for the ball. They'd never do this meow any other time. It's just when they know that I'm about to open my bedroom door and go and get the ball for them, and they get very, very excited. But it's so funny. They were just literally for 50 until the ball runs out. Really, it just floats around and keeps them occupied for hours. They're just like fixed with this ball. It is so cute, really funny. There we go. So we've done our L. So I've done a little bit more, an extra little bit here and there. Oh, it's over there. Sorry. It's here and there just to fill out the space a little bit. You can fill it out a little bit more if you wanted to, but I think I'm going to stop there. And then we're going to do our O over here. There we go. So I want to keep them a bit central. There we go. So I'm going to also try and maybe keep it on the same level as the L as well, so it doesn't look like one's up and one's down. There we go. So with this, I haven't put any white work. So the only bit I'm going to use just the number 2 on is these little dots here, like that. And there's little dots there as well. But everything else can be using with your number 1, which so I'm just going to go all the way around this now. This is nice because it's kind of the basic shape here is like a really lovely heart, so that's nice. Here we go. So I'm just working my way down the lines. So what were we up to? Oh yeah, French Bulldog Day. So now it's Poetry at Work Day. So if anybody has any poetry and they're at work, they can share it if they like. I like reading, but I'm not very good at poetry, especially not off the cuff of thinking about it. I appreciate poetry. I just can't recite it. I don't have a very good memory, you see, so remembering poetry, I wouldn't be able to. But I really do appreciate it. I think it's beautiful. But I know quite a few of our lovely friends are very good at poetry. I've seen some brilliant limericks when we have our limerick competitions, and there is some really fabulous answers. I love reading them. But yeah, they were. So yeah, Poetry at Work Day. And then we did Sticker Day, which I absolutely love. National Make Your Dreams Come True. Isn't that lovely? I like that. And then lastly is National Shop for Travel Day, which makes sense because we've had Christmas and everybody is now thinking, oh my gosh, Christmas is over. When's my next holiday? So, which is probably why people have actually had a National Shop for Travel Day. My dad and stepmom, they always seem to have a holiday in January, which is a really good idea, really, for quite a lot of people, because if you have something to look forward to in January, you won't get the January blues so much. However, there's also crafting, which is also a very good way of getting rid of those January blues. So staying creative is always very important for your mental health. I sometimes in the evenings I struggle to do because of my back. It kind of almost says, nope, you've had enough now. But when I can do my crafting, I absolutely love it. Just staying in the zone of, I think that's why I enjoy Tuesdays so much. It's because I come in here and sit for an hour with everyone, rambling to everyone. Yeah, just having a little creation and speaking with lovely friends, and having a nosy at the comments to see what everybody's talking about, which is always very good too. So I'm just going to move this little bit. I've done my line art for the O. Oh, hello. And I'm just going to use this several times around, like I have with this here. There's only one here, whereas there's 3 here. So I'm just going to, and I think I've added a little bit of the leaves here as well. So just to tie it in with the, I'm not sure why I did that, but we're going to do it again. There we go. So we've got our little leaves. Let's do it on this side as well. I don't know why I didn't do it on the other side, but we're going to do it so it looks symmetrical. Well, kind of anyway. Then it looks even. There we are. So I've just put a few little leaves on each side just to spread that over a little bit. And then to even out, because there's flowers over this side, I'm just going to bring this in and just have another little flower there. Come with my number 2 to do the dots. And just one more down here. Here we go. Then we've got our L and our O. O. Love orchids. I went through a phase of anytime I go to a shop and I'd see a blue orchid, because I absolutely love blue flowers, I'd buy a little blue orchid for my mum. She knows how to look after orchids. Right, so we've done our L and our O. So now, because everything's back to front, we're going to do our V over here. So where's the V? There it is. It's down where it should be. These are lovely flowers as well. What flowers are these? V. Oh, it's a violet. Sorry. Yeah, of course it is. Doi. But I do like this V. This is beautiful. It's got some lovely flowers on it, and it's got these little sprigs with these you can't see. Hold on. There we go. got little sprigs with little hearts on, which is really lovely. So I'm going to do our little hearts first, because we're going to just keep the hearts with the number 2, because we're going to put some white work in those. So you want to have a number 2, because as most of us know, if you do a number 1, it's very hard to then make the white work all mix with the outside line. So now everything else, apart from these little hearts up here, this is nice. So they put little hearts. Everything's well thought out. There we go. So now everything else can be with a number 1. Well, now I'm using my number 2, but I'm going to come back in with my number 1. I'll just go with everything. There we go. So yeah, I think those were the last of the national days. There's probably others. I know in America there was another one. Must have forgotten to put it on there. I couldn't remember it offhand, so I had to write it down. National Stephen Foster Memorial Day. That was it. I think he was a French composer in the 1800s. So that's cool. I like looking at those in the morning. I know some of them are a bit silly, but some of them are good. It's kind of making out a celebration out of every day, really, isn't it? There we go. There we are. So I'm just going to do these flowers as well, but then I've got to come back in with my number 1. But yeah, so let me just carry on with the little violets. These are really, really pretty. You can colour these on the front if you wanted to, which would look absolutely beautiful as well. Gosh, the rain's really coming down. Luckily I brought some lunch in, so I don't have to go out in my lunch break today. Groovi tabs got stuck to my side of my plate. There we go. But I do like watching our cats play with their electronic ball. I think it's so funny. They're very cute. They could just do it for hours. It keeps them mentally stimulated, which is important, I think, because when they're mentally stimulated, they're not getting into any trouble. And they do get into lots of trouble. Especially Luna. Luna gets into all sorts of trouble. Like literally, there's a little gap, because my bed's by the side of a wall, and there's a little gap in between where the wall sticks out a little bit more at the end of my bed. So she decides that she's going to burrow and go down the side of my bed, but then she can't get herself back out. So she gets herself into all sorts of trouble. All of a sudden you hear her, meow. You're like, where are you? You hear, meow. She's down the side of the bed. She's getting a little bit of a chunky monkey. Whereas Shadow's completely different. She's very, very slight. She's a little girl, bless her. Luna looks like double the size of her by now. She is very cute. So we've got a little sprig here and a little sprig here. I think I put another sprig here, and I did a little bit up and down here. So let's just have a little bit of fun with the heart sprigs. Add a few more here and there. would be quite good is I might carry it. I didn't do that there actually. I was just thinking I could carry that along there, but I think it'll look a bit wonkified. Technical term, wonkified. There we go. I'm going to put it there. Now we even it out. There we go. And I'm going to come with my little sprigs. So there's some there. So that's how far we got there. I have put a few little sprigs over here to even up the gap over there. And I think there's one poking over here too. So it's just a question of having some fun and finding space for the sprigs. We're going to put there. And can do a little bit of white work on the hearts then. Yeah, I'm going to put another one here. I'm going to put there's a little one over here, a little sprig. I'm going to put that right on the edge. There we go. And come back in with my little hearts. There we go. I might put a little one up here too. Just space them out where you like. You are the creator of your piece of art. You can decide wherever you want to put it. There we go. So I've put my little, I think I need it out down here as well actually. It looks a bit bizarre. I might do the larger one there. Yeah, there, that'll do. There we go. Yeah, that spaces out then because it looked a bit weird with just two there, so I put one there as well. So yeah, so that's our little V. And now we've just got our E. Hello V, yeah. Which is all the way at the top, up here. So we've got our E, nice little Edelweiss. How many people want to sing? The Sound of Music. Oh, thank you, Jane. Jane just said she likes my nail colour. It's like a brownie red. I've gone a little bit autumnal today. It's my favourite season. I love the trees, and I love like you get into the cosy vibes of autumn's on its way, and the idea that Christmas is coming and all sorts. So I'm bringing back the autumn for me today. I'm romanticizing my life right now, as they say. It seems to be what everybody likes doing nowadays. Basically, romanticizing your life, I suppose, is just like appreciating the little things, like making a hot chocolate on a warm day while looking at the rain outside in your favorite mug or something like that. Just little bits that make you happy. Because at the end of the day, it's not material possessions that make you happy. It's just the little things. It's your family and the little things of daily life that can make a bad day into a good day. So I like doing that occasionally. I think because of my fibromyalgia, when I'm in a lot of pain, I think doing something like that and appreciating the little things and also thinking about other people that are in worse circumstances kind of gives me a little bit of a snap, you know, because you can sometimes feel a little bit but by enjoying the little things, it can make life so much better. At least that's what I think anyway. You know, just having a little read by the window, watching the rain or something. Making something that's bad into something good, I suppose. You know, oh no, it's raining, I can't go out and do the things I wanted to do, but I'm going to stay indoors and craft and listen to the rain with a nice hot chocolate, or read, or whatever you like to do. Yeah. Are we talking about orchids? When we say they thrive on neglect, not too much water. Yeah, because they live in trees normally, don't they? They're in the on a Fijian island. Actually, no, it was on the mainland. There was an orchid garden, and we went to have a look around this orchid garden. Just so you know, I'm doing the leaves and the flowers in my number 2, because I'm going to use white work in those. There was this beautiful orchid garden, and all of these orchids are, you could see all these orchids in the trees. Absolutely beautiful, really gorgeous. All these different types of orchids, they look so natural. But yeah, they do thrive on. I think the reason with orchids is you want to treat them like the way you treat a normal plant, so you keep on watering them like you would a normal plant, but they don't actually need as much water as you think. But they are beautiful flowers. There we go. So I'm just using my number 2 now. Just going over all of the leaves. I think I might have added a few little. I think I added a flower over here because. Hold on. Yeah, over here, just to fill up that space in a little while once I've done the main one. Has anybody watched I think it's a new film that's come out called The Housemaid? Has anybody watched it, and is it any good? Because I've heard really good things about it, but I haven't got to watch it yet. And I know it was a book before it was a film. And I'm thinking of probably watching it. I think it's like a psychological thriller, but it looks really, really good. So I was wondering if anybody had watched it. I quite like psychological thrillers, where they kind of get you to think and stuff. There we go. So I'm just nearly finished my little Edelweiss. Oh, do you know what? I've just looked up at the time. Wow, this hour went really quickly. I don't know where that time went. But everybody's like, goodness sake, Louise, stop. We've got to go and make ourselves a cup of tea. And you know what the funny thing is? I made myself a cup of tea and I haven't drunk it. I do that a lot. I think us crafters must do that a lot, actually. So I'm just going to finish, because I've only got a few more leaves to do. I'll finish there and just... But you can infill this little corner a little bit over here, I think, with the E. Let me move it onto the front so we can see. Yeah, with the E, I've added, I think I added a flower over here and a flower over here. You can see here, just to kind of fill up the space a little bit more. But yeah, that's where I've got up to. Let me just bring in the A4 plate to show you. So we've got our LOVE. And where did that time go? Goodness me. Let me come back on here. So thank you very much for joining me. Can't believe where the time went, actually. It's because I was talking too much, probably. my brain was working faster than my thoughts. But it's really lovely to have you join us. We've got a 2 p.m. show. Paul and myself will be back at 2 p.m. We're going to take a look over Tina's all-in-one plate, seeing as we went over the Tina's all-in-one new foiling kit yesterday at 2 p.m. So if you haven't seen that, they are really, really beautiful. Go and have a look at the TV show from yesterday afternoon. But yeah, it's been a really lovely morning. Thank you very much, Jane, for keeping everybody informed and for your questions and everything. So thank you. But yeah, so see you at 2 p.m. We're going to go over Tina's all-in-one plate. So we'll have a look at the lovely design team work. I've got a little demo. This demo is actually Jane's lovely demo. So we're going to have a little peruse over one of her lovely demos for the show that we did when they first came out. So it's nice to go over plates and old plates. And seeing as we did the collection yesterday with the kit, we thought we'd go over those again for anybody that might have missed them. So definitely have a look. If you haven't seen the all-in-one plates before, then definitely go and have a look at 2 p.m. show, and we'll join you then. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.